Hi guys, so I have this word and I need to encourage many of you guys, and I want to also encourage many people who receive specific instructions from God relating to your marriage, relating to your kingdom marriage, your marriage. Okay, I understand there's a lot of people that will milk the kingdom marriage subject, and they will milk it for views, or they will milk it because they know that's what people want. And most of the times people speak on what people desire in order to receive some sort of like gratification or some type of traffic, right? But the kingdom marriage is actually true, as in it's real. When God, it's actually like an arranged marriage from God. Okay, it's an arranged marriage, and it's a marriage that is according to God's will for His plan for your life. Okay, yes, we have free will. We can, do what we want with our free will. It's similar to like when before we started following Christ, before we started wholeheartedly walking with Him, we would make decisions that we felt was best for us, only to get hurt, only to find out like, man, like, had I known God that was not for me, I would have, because God will correct us and be like, I did not tell you to get into that relationship. I did not tell you to get that job. That was your free will, right? But when you start getting sensitive and you start walking wholeheartedly with God, and you can start to hear His voice, you can start to see prophecies, you can start to see the visions, and He has confirmed it to you more than once. Because one thing about God is He will consistently, repetitively show you the same thing over and over and over again to let you know, like, yes, this is still standing, and this is still true, this is still happening, right? To the point where you can't even deny it anymore. Right? So when you get to that place with God, it's like everything He tells you, it's like it's gonna happen, and you just have to surrender everything to Him, right? So as long as you know what God is telling you, and as long as you are surrendering to Him, and you are not idolizing everything more than God, as in like you're not idolizing marriage above God, you're not idolizing material things above God, like God is first. You see what I'm saying? He's going to lead your footsteps towards His plan for your life. Surrendering is key. But I want to encourage you guys, and here's why I want to encourage you guys. Because the Holy Spirit showed me something. He showed me a wedding dress, and He showed me the wedding veil. And He showed me this 2 days ago, right? And then this morning I got a word about mockery, about how many of His daughters who have a kingdom marriage, who have an arranged marriage prepped from God, okay? And they are aware that there is an arranged marriage prepped from God, and their partner's aware there is an arranged marriage prepped from God. And guess what? When God arranges a marriage for you to be with someone according to His will, most of the times it means both parties are going to be operating through ministry. Both parties come together, use their gifts together. That is a whole wide topic, and if you want to know more, watch that kingdom marriage video that I put out, right? But He has let it be known to me that there's many of His daughters who He has promised this to, and He has told this to, but because of this time frame that we're in right now, where there's a lot of people who are demonly possessed, and people are seeing that they're demonically possessed, and there's a lot of people who are false believers, there's a lot of people who take advantage of the subject kingdom marriage, and they milk it, and so it's like people don't know what to believe anymore. But there's many of God's daughters and sons who He has been consistently speaking to over and over and over again, and telling them, yes, it's going to happen, yes, that's your wife, yes, that's your husband, yes, there's marriage. And even when you surrender, you're not idolizing it, you're not even thinking about it, He is showing it to you. That's how you know that, because we know His sheep knows His voice. But you'll know because you're not even thinking about it. You're not even thinking about the person. You pray for them. You wish them, nothing but the best in life. You pray that they're blessed. And you'll just notice that even when you're not thinking about the person, God is reminding you of them. As in, like, God is coming in and God is showing you, hey, this is the home you're going to live in. Hey, this is the marriage. Hey, He'll show you things about your person without you even asking. And that's when you know, like, you've completely surrendered. You're not idolizing this man, or you're not idolizing this woman above God, because God is willingly now showing you things, and you're accepting, like, okay, God, thank you for showing me this. I'm excited about it. And then you go on with your day. You're not obsessing over it, right? That's when you know you've surrendered. That's when you know, like, but with all the things going on in this world, there's a lot of people who are mocking God's prophecy for your life. Okay? There's people who are other believers, who claim to be believers, who will sit there and mock, who are being loyal to what God told them, who are being obedient to what God told them. And there's people who claim to be believers who are gaslighting, trying to make people walk away from the plan, the promise that God has already given them. And not just believers, but it's family doing this, it's friends doing this. And why do you think God said you never tell people your prophecies? You never tell people the plan he has for you. Look what happened to Joseph. Yes, them trying to sabotage Joseph did not stop Joseph from getting to where he needed to be. As a matter of fact, God used what they were trying to do against Joseph to work in Joseph's favor. So anything that they try to do to you or say to you or try to block you or spell work, whatever they do, it's not going to stop the plan that God has for you, right? But God does want us to be silent when it comes to certain things relating to our prophecies, because people will try to come in on purpose to discourage you. People will come in and try to confuse you, try to gaslight you, try to make you think that God is a liar when God is not a man that he shall lie. And that's for any situation. They will try to do this. They will try to make you second guess everything. But in this particular case, there's people coming to you guys and telling you guys, oh, that's not your wife, that's not your husband, or God did not say this and God did not say that. But God has been repetitively showing you this prophecy for years, for months, however long. Everyone's situation is different. Now, I understand that, there can be false dreams. Basically, the enemy can twist things, and dreams can also be your desires. It can be your obsession. It can be what you're idolizing. Many things can cause dreams to come in. I'm talking to those of you guys who because God has audibly spoken to you about it. God has shown you prophecies. It's to the point where you have fasted and received prophecies. You probably have confirmed it 100 times, and God got sick of confirming it to you because you keep asking. And then once you completely left it alone, he's willingly giving you a confirmation. Like, do not let people discourage you and let people now cause you to doubt what God has already promised you. Again, it's your responsibility to distinguish the difference between spirit. This is a gift in 1 Corinthians. Distinguishing the difference between spirits, you need to have discernment to do that. And yes, always confirm with God. You see what I'm saying? Always confirm with God, even if you have to do it over and over again. But I'm telling you, he'll get to a point where he'll tell you, hey, relax, stop it, because you're doing it too much, right? But what I'm trying to say is the mockery that people are sending many of you guys who are waiting for your marriage because you're choosing to be loyal, do not let it get to you, because there's people that are making a mockery of people who are being obedient and who are loyal to God relating to when it comes to their partner or their marriage. Remember what God told you, okay? You know better than anybody else what the confirmations are that God has shown you. You know better than anybody else what you saw in the spirit, what you heard from the Lord, okay? Yes, I understand that people can be tricked, and this is why I said it's your responsibility to distinguish the difference between spirits, right? However, you will know more than anybody else what God has told you, right? And do not let the family that's mocking you, or the friends that are mocking you, or the ministers who are mocking you, or other people who claim to be believers who are mocking you, do not let their mockery trick you out of your rightful blessing, out of the calling, out of the plan that God has for your life. Okay? I want to just tell you guys that, okay? I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.